Yo, what is up, everybody? And today we are back on the channel with another Madden 26 Titans franchise league game. And today we are continuing on with our little early divisional game streak. We're going to be traveling to Lucas Oil Stadium to take on the Indianapolis Colts, in which will hopefully continue our division dominance against them. And this will be our first of the two matchups this year. Last year we played them twice, obviously. We beat them 42 to 14 both times. It's just like there was just like no chance for them. And honestly, for this Colts user, he's still trying to find his footing in this league. The Colts guy, he's been in there both seasons. Last year he finished out like 4-13, had a like real up high draft pick. This year it started off very shaky for him. You see, it's still a little bit shaky. He's still in three, but it's better than what he was in weeks 1 to 3. Week 1, he lost 7-31 against the Eagles. Week 2, he lost 12-34 against the Jets, and then week 3, he lost 28-38 against the Giants. So starting off the season 0-3, coming off the type of season that this Colts user just had, it's not a good start that you want to have. Any team wants to see you have, but they have bought it back. They're working their way up. Week 4, they got a dub against the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know if you can really count that one. It's a CPU, but look, it's still no win column. You take anything you can get. And then last week, they got a good W against the Houston Texans in Week 5, 24-10. That's a dub that you would take because the Texans user is decent. We beat them both times last year, but they weren't like easy games. They were hard fought games for us. So they're looking to keep that win streak alive, and they're trying to find their footing going into like this mid-season stage, as they are going on a very hard matchup today against our 5-0 Titans, as we are underway here at Lucas Oil Stadium. Rigoberto Sanchez kicks it out of the back of the end zone, and oh my goodness, they need a new stadium. And the blinding light. Just look at this. Come on, can Cam Ward even see in this? Hopefully he can, and he looks like he can, as he's going deep for Calvin Ridley, who has the grab and brings it down in the red zone. And this goes on to my other points. Or let's get this red zone drive done first. First and goal. Cam Ward looking for somebody. Anybody has all day in the pocket. Cam Ward now rolling up. Cam Ward throws it for a wide open Chigoziem Okonkwo, and that is helping out the death story. I didn't talk about that before the video started. I don't know, or in that little intro. I don't know why, but like you guys saw, we have two very important death stories. We have a chance to get Cam Ward up to X Factor, and then we also have a chance to get Chigoziem Okonkwo from star to superstar depth today. And now, Chigoziem Okonkwo's death story is a little bit easier because we know what we're doing. Cam Ward's, we don't. Now, I do want to guarantee for you guys, there is a chance for us to actually take Cam Ward up to X Factor this video. I just want to tell you guys because it wasn't really clear in the quarterback depth story thing, but after the game, yes, it does happen as Jalen Hurts finds a wide open A.J. Brown for a first down and more. Xavier Woods must have been blinded by the lights because he kind of just left his zone there. But like I was saying, as Jalen Hurts is being chased down by Jeffrey Simmons for his first sack on the day, there is a most definite chance to get Cam Ward up to Super or X Factor dev today. We just don't know what the goal is. So we're just going to try to ball out as much as we can with him. We already have one touchdown, about 60 yards. So like I said, we're just going to try to ball out as much as we possibly can. Chigoziem Okonkwo's death story, I believe it was 6 catches and 105 yards. That is not the craziest depth story for a receiver up to superstar. So I feel like for this game, we're just going to be force feeding him the ball, not trying to throw it to anybody else like we did Calvin Ridley as Jalen Hurts. Oh my goodness, tries to go over the middle there for, I believe that was Josh Downs, but it was an amazing force out as Jalen Hurts now has time in the pocket going for the end zone, and that is the custom wide receiver. What is his name? Devon Leons. I don't know what the backstory behind that name is. Maybe it's just the name of this user, but once again, all those custom players for people that had the VIP in the last league. Yeah, that's one of those custom players right there. But now 1st and 10 for our Titans, we handed off to Tony Pollard, who has nowhere to go. Oh my goodness, he was bottled up there. Now 2nd and 10, Cam Ward dropping back to pass, maybe looking for Chickasee and Mokonkwo to get this depth story moving, but he overthrows it. Now 3rd and 10, we're in a bad situation here. We don't want to be too aggressive, but we still want to try for it as we go outside for DK, who brings it down. A little tough catch there, but bad accuracy too. But luckily he brought it down. Now 4-1. We're going for it. Alec Anumar has first and more. Alec Anumar, one man to beat. He's gonna beat him by multiple steps and more. And just like that, we take a 14-7 lead with Joey Sly's PAT being up and good. And it looks like the Colts there on 4-1, they absolutely run committed, but it did not show up. We did not try to run that, or I guess we did because it's a read pass option. But Cam Ward said, "Nah, I'm passing this one. I want my death story." As Jalen Hurts going over the middle for Jonathan Taylor, who drops it. Good force out by Cody Barton, I guess you could say. Now 2nd and 10 in the I form off the play action. Jalen Hurts running out of time again, and he is sacked that time. No, not Cedric Gray. Cedric Gray is James Williams Sr. I meant to say. I don't know why I said Cedric Gray. No, he's injured as Jalen Hurts is going deep for A.J. Brown. Oh, but Darnell Baker, the guy who only gets those pass deflection is on 4th and 15. It's a fake. Oh my goodness, he caught me off guard too. But that was a very good force out by our I believe rookie Quinterez. I believe his name is Quinterez Knight. I think I might be wrong on that. I'm not looking at the stat sheet right now, but I do have the number down. I believe that was Quinterez Knight with the force out. But now 3rd and 9, Colts dialing up a blitz. It gets picked up. We're going across the field for Chickasee Mokonkwo. Chickasee Mokonkwo gets an amazing block for Gunnar and Helm, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. And we are very unlucky that this superstar dev was not touchdown grabs because he has two on the day. So for most superstar devs, this would be considered a done deal. But fortunately, it's not touchdown grabs. It is receptions and receiving yards. So he has about three more receptions to go before he gets that receptions, and he has about maybe like good 60 yards before he gets that receiving done. But going into the second quarter, we take a 21-7 lead, and it looks like it's going to be a dominant showing as Jalen Hurts overthrows Alex Pierce, and it goes right into the hands of Xavier Woods. That must have been the sun affecting him as Tony Pollard finds a hole and he takes it. Gets about a good 15-yard gain there now. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. Wayne Joey Sly's field goal range, but we don't want a field goal. We want this depth story as Okonkwo has it again, and Cam Ward's almost at 200 yards passing. This is an amazing game. This looks like both depth stories might be a done deal as Tony Pollard takes it on 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. Gets a 4-yard gain. Now 3rd and goal, or 2nd and goal in a 5-wide formation. Cam Ward, Colts dialing up the blitz, and Cam Ward gets it right in to Ken DK for a touchdown. And just like that, this is a 27 lead, and everything that was going a little bit good for the Colts at the start of this game has spiraled out of control once again, and they just do not know how to stop this Titans team. Just so far, it's just been a dominant showing every game. I mean, sacks wise, I mean, every time we play them, we already have like 2, 3 sacks on the day, and like the other times we played them, we've had like 4 to 6 sacks both times as Jonathan Taylor tries to take it up the middle, but he has nothing, and now it's 3rd and 10. And hopefully for this Titans team, to just keep your foot on the gas pedal, obviously get these death stories, and just do what you can. Don't get anybody injured. Just play safe, or not play safe, as the Jalen Hurts going for it on 4th and 6, and he throws another interception. This time picked off by Xavier Woods. This guy is always good at getting these interceptions, just random interceptions. As now Chickasee Mokonkwo is in motion, but we hand it off to Tony Pollard, who tries to work his way to the outside. Did not see that Colts defender. Just areas of darkness and areas of light. Like you see it, there's just like random areas where it's super dark and random areas where it's super light, and it's like those Colts jerseys are hiding them as Chickasee Mokonkwo Okonkwo gets another reception and more receiving yards, and that's going to keep helping his case for the superstar as Tony Pollard takes it on the inside zone, falls forward for a gain of 5. Now, second and 5, you saw a little glimpse of the play, looking to pass it here. Colts dialing up a blitz, but it gets picked up again, and Cam Ward finds a wide open Calvin Ridley for another touchdown. And hopefully, Cam Ward's depth story is all about passing touchdowns, because that would be a done deal. We already have 5 on the day, maybe looking for 6 and number 7 before halftime if we get some quick stops under 4 minutes to go, as the Colts will start off at the 26-yard line, and they just need to find their footing on offense. Just scratch finding their foot on the season or finding their foot as a user. They need to find their footing on offense and in this game first. As the play clock winding down, Jalen Hurts passes it over the middle to Tyler Warren. And for the Colts, it's not like they had the worst offense. Like, these are some major pieces they have brought together as Jonathan Gennard gets back there to Jalen Hurts. But like I was saying, these are good pieces that they brought together. They have A.J. Brown, Jonathan Taylor, they have Devon Lennons who just dropped that pass there, and then they have Tyler Warren, and then you have good backup receivers as Jalen Hurts is going deep for A.J. Brown, but he cannot come down with it again. Darnell Baker's in the way now, under 2 minutes to go before halftime. But like I was saying, you have Jalen Hurts, Jonathan Taylor, A.J. Brown. You have your X Factor custom receiver. Then you have some good offensive linemen. You got that superstar Quentin Nelson. So it's like they just can't. They have all the pieces. They just cannot put them together for some reason. Then even after that, you have good backup receivers too. You have Michael Pittman Jr., who's like about two good games away from being a superstar, Devin. Then you have Josh Downs, a young rookie who's really good, and you can develop him fast too. So it's like you have all the pages to the book. You just need to like you need to put the book together, as Chickasee Okonkwo is 3 yards away from getting that dev story. He already has the receptions as the Colts dial up another blitz. Cam Ward gets it out in time to Tony Pollard, who breaks one tackle, and he's into the end zone for another touchdown. And Cam Ward, 6 passing touchdowns on the day. You could not ask for a better game to get these dev stories done. Now, hopefully, it's now we already know that Cam Ward, superstar or X Factor for quarterbacks, it's usually yardage, passing touchdowns, and not throwing interceptions. So, in the not throwing interceptions fact, we are safe. No interceptions on the day as Jeffrey Simmons gets another sack. Touchdown wise, we have definitely got enough passing touchdowns. 6 should be more than enough as Chiadobe Awuzie gets a swat. Six passing touchdowns should be more than enough to get the death story. It is just about the passing yards now. I don't know about the passing yards. It was not there. Hopefully it's a little lower, maybe like 300. 250 is a little too low, as on 4th and 15, Jalen Hurts tries to just do anything, tries to get it to Tyler Warren there. I fear maybe if he even made that catch, it would have been too short. But now, 2 seconds before halftime, Cam Ward has a wide open Calvin Ridley. And this game is just about to be over. The score is now about to be 49-7 with this PAT being up and good. And it is domination once again. The Colts just stood no chance from the first snap of this game. The Colts just stood no chance. It is absolutely over. But you never know what could happen as Robbie Gould takes this kickoff return and he can barely get it anywhere. Just gets it up to the 24-yard line. And I actually made a mistake. Chickasee Okonkwo actually already has his depth. It was not. I was thinking it was 105 yards for some reason. It was not 105 yards. I believe it was 100. It's just 100. So he does have that depth story down. As Jalen Hurts rolls up in the pocket now, 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. It's picked off by Cody Barton, and Cody Barton is taking it the other way into the end zone for a touchdown. And now, oh my goodness, this is not the season for this man. It's just spiraled way out of control, and for the Colts, they're just gonna have to pick it up next week. This game is a little bit more than over at this point. I don't see how you can get 40. I mean, 49 points in 2 quarters. It's definitely possible because we did it in 2 quarters, and you. So it's definitely possible, but based off the game they've already been having, I don't think it is. But this game is about to end. This is why it's been a shorter video, so I'm just gonna go over it now. After this play, the Colts will then punt it as Kevin Winston Jr. gets the swat. Colts will punt it. You'll see him come out in field goal block. I will explain that. So the Colts guy, after the pick six, he was like, "Oh, I want to quit," and I was like, "Oh, no, 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 don't quit. I have a death story with Cam Ward." And on this play, I was like, "Just give me about one more play. I swear to God, I won't score on you. I just want yardage to get the death story done." So I'm gonna throw it to, I believe this is Quez Watkins here, or who is that? That's Alec Anumar. This was a very bad decision because I guess I can tell you guys now. I did not end up getting the dev story. So I talked to the commissioner after this game, and he said usually the dev story for quarterbacks going up to X Factor is for, or 350 yards. It's usually 350 yards and 5 passing touchdowns. But I wasn't even thinking about scoring on this guy. Now, obviously, I could have got easily up to 350 yards if I wanted to, but since I'm an honorable man, I am a man of my word. If I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to do that thing. I'm not going to try to play you. I'm not going to try to fool you. I told this guy I wasn't going to score on him, and honestly, I could have just kept running and got the most yardage I could, but I didn't want him to think I was going to score on him and betray that trust. Like I said, I'm not going to try to play you. I'm not going to try to fool you when I tell you something. So when I did that, the intent was to just pass the ball to Alec Anumar and go out of bounds right after I got the ball. And I did just that. And it ended up hurting me and it ended up hurting me. I don't have an X Factor, but I do have a chance to get the X Factor next week against the Eagles. Obviously, now it just makes it 10 times harder because the Eagles guy is a good user. Commissioner of the league, he only has one loss of the season. Obviously, it was to the Jaguars. Somehow, the Jaguars, he beats everybody else, but so we're just gonna have to try and play in a harder situation to get that death story. Hopefully, that game turns out to be the game it was this week. I don't think it will be, but we still at least got one of the death stories. Look at that. We have Chikazia Okonkwo up to superstar now. He's not going to get very good abilities for now because he's kind of a lower overall, but he's still up to superstar. So what can you say? Now, other than that, that's going to be it for me in this video. I did a lot of grinding this weekend. I got 3 videos out, and I have a lot more to go because we are about to be in the off season for season 2 of PXML. But like I said, other than that, that's going to be it for me in this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a like, please subscribe. If you have any video ideas for me, drop them in the comments. And peace out.